This is Wandsworth. The BBC has been given unprecedented access inside a British jail. Over 7 days, we saw the fear and violence.
Yeah, it's one person under restraint there, the wing looks secure.
You've got to be able to defend yourself, innit? If you can't defend yourself, then you'll become a victim, innit?
The drugs feeding addiction inside. Is it easy to get cannabis?
It is.
It's difficult at times.
And the prison officers pushed to the very edge.
I think I'm probably the most stressed I've been in 24 years in this job.
Run!
It's the second alarm of the day. A prisoner has refused to go back to his cell.
Stop this! Take your liberty, free me, stop! I don't give
20 years ago, the inmate, in the middle of all of this, murdered a man in a fight. This is his 38th jail. We can't identify him, but he told us he was trapped in a cycle of violence.
I've had warfare with politics in jail. I got sliced down outside the face. Been attacked by 15 people, 3 people. My arm broke. I've got 3 broken bones in my hand. I've had murders in here, left, right and centre. And I've gone to him and said, look, at the end of the day, you're putting me in a predicament where I have no alternative but to utilise violence for my safety. And with the greatest respect, they're so short-staffed in here, this place can't run. It's unsafe. Even a lot of the staff that are in here are in fear.
That smell of cannabis is really the smell of cannabis.
Next, B-Wing. And the smell of cannabis is everywhere.
It's overwhelming, especially up here.
And then we see it. A group smoking below us, in full view.
This is mad, like the stops are here and that as well, and it's just, no one cares, like, it's like there's no order, like.
But how do you feel about people smoking cannabis down there?
Not good.
And the officers?
Imagine they can't get in next week now, then what, it's going to be fights and that. And the officers are just here, like. Obviously it's not myth or school.
Where can you get cannabis from around here?
Everyone.
Is it easy to get
If
cannabis?
you want cannabis, I can get you some still.
You get me cannabis
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel hearing that?
Well, obviously it's not good, is it? It defeats everything that we're trying to do as a service. So you've got the cannabis there.
You don't have to look far to find drugs in Wandsworth.
I sleep here. My cellmate sleeps
Take
here.
Ashley, he's only just arrived. He says all drugs are available at all times.
You can get spice, you can get heroin, you can get crack, you can get anything you like. Anything right now, what we've got to do is go down to the 2s, to the 3s, to the 1s. It's there. Everything's there. Anything you like.
Then there's the alcohol brewed in cells. The spice, a synthetic legal high. These wraps are worth £8,000. And the mobile phones too, all smuggled into Wandsworth.
A smartphone, you 700 quid they go for, retail price.
And who brings those phones in?
Officers, other prisoners.
This prisoner asked us not to show his face. He wanted to talk about corruption.
Are you just saying that though?
No, of course I'm not
To get officers in trouble?
No, of course I'm not. I know officers that charge you, say £500 a parcel, the size of, say, 3 tennis balls, full of drugs, phones, whatever you want.
Life in prison.
Severe mental health.
The BBC was invited here to hear these stories, to see the pressure from a governor who's demanding change.
Corruption is the one thing that I absolutely cannot stand. One of the first things we would do with reform is to think very carefully about how do we deal with those issues of corruption and what do we do to tackle those staff bringing that drugs in, because that will deal with some of the issues that you've highlighted and that you've seen over the last week.
But how long will this prison reform take? The pressure inside is building now, and officers are getting hurt.
Because at the moment he's just been a victim of an assault.
You know, my wife worries that I'm not going to come home. You know, and if she could, she would have me out the job.
Wandsworth has been Andy Topping's life. For him, it cannot get any worse.
You know, and it's because I care. I want to make a difference. I believe my staff want to make a difference. You know, we're struggling. We haven't got the staff.
What's happening to your mental health?
I don't think people care. I don't think people care about what's happening to my mental health.
But what is happening to your mental health?
I think I'm probably the most stressed I've been in 24 years in this job.
What's going to happen to you?
If I'm like my colleagues, I'll retire and I'll die early.
Andy desperately needs reform now. This prison revolution, a promise to fix broken jails and so many broken lives.